Take a look at your medicine cabinet. Does it seem to get a little more crowded every year? A pill for your heart, another for your blood pressure, maybe one for your blood sugar or cholesterol. It can feel like you're playing a game of whack-a-mole with your health, just patching up problems without ever getting to the real cause. What if there was a way to address all of these issues at once, not with another pill, but right from your own kitchen? The answer lies in tackling that single hidden culprit. It's something called chronic inflammation. It's the common thread that ties together so many of the health challenges we face as we get older: heart disease, type 2, diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, and even memory issues. It's the smoldering fire inside that we often don't even know is burning until the damage is done. But here's the good news, the truly wonderful news. You have the power to put out that fire. Forget about complicated restrictive diets for each separate condition. Forget about feeling like you need a different rule book for your heart, your blood sugar, and your blood pressure. In this video, we are going to talk about the anti-inflammatory lifestyle. This isn't a diet, it's a unifying guide, a set of simple, powerful principles that can help you fight back against all three of these conditions at once. We're going to give you a roadmap to feeling stronger, sharper, and more vibrant than you have in years. And before we dive in, if you care about staying healthy, active, and independent for as long as possible, I'd love for you to join our community. Take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. We share the kind of practical health wisdom that can make a real difference in your daily life. And I'm always so curious to see how far our community reaches. Let me know in the comments below where you're watching from today. Are you in the US, Canada, the UK, or somewhere else in the world? It's wonderful to know we're all on this journey together. All right, are you ready? Let's talk about how we can start reclaiming our health one simple choice at a time. The idea of tackling heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure all at once might sound overwhelming. Doctors give you different advice for each one. But when we look at the root cause, that chronic low-grade inflammation, the solution becomes beautifully simple. Think of your body like a house. If you have a leaky roof, a cracked foundation, and faulty wiring, you could run around trying to patch each problem individually, or you could focus on rebuilding the house with better, stronger materials from the ground up. That's what an anti-inflammatory lifestyle does. It rebuilds your health from the inside out. So where do we start? The first and maybe the most powerful place to begin is with what we decide to remove from our homes and from our plates. We need to talk about the foods that are actively fanning the flames of inflammation. I'm talking about ultra-processed foods, and you guessed it, sugar. Now I know, when you hear processed foods, your mind might jump to fast food or TV dinners. And yes, those are part of it. But the real culprits are often hiding in plain sight, disguised as convenient or even healthy options in your pantry and refrigerator. That loaf of soft white sandwich bread, the breakfast cereal that promises to be part of a complete breakfast, the flavored yogurts, the bottled salad dressings, the crackers, the deli meats. These foods have been engineered by scientists in a lab to be irresistible. They're designed to hit that bliss point of salt, sugar, and fat that keeps you coming back for more. But what is that convenience and flavor costing your body? When you eat these foods, two things happen. First, they are often stripped of their natural fiber. This causes your blood sugar to spike dramatically. Your pancreas then has to work overtime, pumping out insulin to manage that sugar rush. Over time, day after day, this process exhausts your system. Your cells can become resistant to the insulin, which is the very definition of type 2 diabetes. And that high circulating sugar and insulin is incredibly inflammatory. Imagine it like this. Think of sugar as tiny, sticky molecules floating through your bloodstream. They attach themselves to proteins and fats, creating harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs for short. That's a fitting acronym, isn't it? Because these AGEs literally age your body from the inside. They cause stiffness and damage to your blood vessels, contributing to high blood pressure. They damage the delicate collagen in your joints, making arthritis more painful. They are in essence pouring fuel on that inflammatory fire. The second problem is what these foods do to your gut. Inside your intestines live trillions of bacteria, a complex ecosystem called your microbiome. When it's healthy and balanced, it's one of your greatest allies. It helps you digest food, produces vitamins, and even regulates your immune system. But the preservatives, emulsifiers, and artificial ingredients in processed foods are like poison to your good gut bacteria. They kill off the helpful microbes and allow the more harmful inflammatory ones to take over. This imbalance, called dysbiosis, creates a state of constant low-grade inflammation that starts in your gut and then spreads throughout your entire body. So what do we do? The thought of clearing out your entire pantry can feel daunting. But remember, this is about small, sustainable steps. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Let's make it practical. Instead of that soft white bread, could you try 100% whole grain or a hearty sourdough? Sourdough is fermented, which actually makes it easier to digest and gentler on your blood sugar. Instead of that sugary breakfast cereal, how about a simple bowl of oatmeal topped with some berries and nuts? Instead of a bottle of creamy ranch dressing, which is often full of sugar and unhealthy oils, could you whisk together some olive oil, lemon juice, and a pinch of herbs? It takes 30 seconds and tastes so much better. And sugar, oh sugar, it is the master of disguise. It's not just in cookies and cakes. It's hiding in your ketchup, your pasta sauce, your canned soup, and even your healthy granola bars. Start becoming a label detective. When you pick up a packaged food, turn it over and look at the added sugars line. You might be shocked. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons or 24 grams of added sugar per day for women and 9 teaspoons or 36 grams for men. Many people consume double or triple that amount without even realizing it. A single can of soda can have 40 grams of sugar. Think about that. You've blown past your entire day's limit in one drink. The change doesn't have to happen overnight. Maybe this week your goal is just to swap out sugary drinks for water, unsweetened iced tea, or sparkling water with a squeeze of lime. That one change alone can have a monumental impact on the level of inflammation in your body. It's not about deprivation, it's about substitution. It's about choosing the foods that love you back. Every time you skip that processed snack and reach for a piece of whole fruit instead, you are making a deposit in your health bank account. You are telling your body, I'm on your side. Now that we've talked about what to remove, let's talk about what to flood your body with. If processed foods are the arsonists, our next principle is about calling in the firefighters. We need to maximize our intake of omega-3 fatty acids. You've probably heard about omega-3s. They're famous for being heart healthy, but their power goes so much deeper than that. They are perhaps the most potent anti-inflammatory nutrients you can eat. Our modern American diet has a serious imbalance. We consume a huge amount of another type of fat called omega-6, which is found in vegetable oils like soy, corn, and sunflower oil, the very oils used in most processed foods and restaurant cooking. Now we need some omega-6s, but our ancestors evolved on a diet where the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 was about 1 to 1. Today, for many of us, that ratio is closer to 20 to 1. Think of it like this: omega-6 fatty acids in excess tend to promote inflammation. They're like the kindling in the dry paper. Omega-3s, on the other hand, do the opposite. They actively resolve inflammation. They are the chemical messengers that tell your body's immune system, okay, the crisis is over. Stand down. Time to repair and rebuild. They produce powerful compounds with names like resolvins and protectins. The names say it all, don't they? They resolve inflammation and protect your cells. When you have enough omega-3s on board, your whole body benefits. Your blood vessels become more flexible and relaxed, which helps to lower blood pressure. They make your blood platelets less sticky, reducing the risk of a clot forming that could lead to a heart attack or stroke. They improve your cell's sensitivity to insulin, which is crucial for preventing or managing type 2 diabetes. And for your joints, omega-3s can be life-changing. They can reduce the stiffness and pain of arthritis in a way that's comparable to some over-the-counter pain relievers, but without the side effects. So where do we find these miracle fats? The most potent and readily usable sources are found in fatty cold-water fish. I'm talking about salmon mackerel, herring sardines, and anchovies. You might hear this group of fish referred to by the acronym SMASH. It's a great way to remember them. Aiming for 2 servings of these fish per week is a fantastic goal. And you don't have to be a gourmet chef. A simple baked salmon fillet with lemon and dill is delicious. Even canned salmon or sardines are excellent affordable options. You can mash them up with a little olive oil and herbs and have it on whole grain crackers for a quick, powerful lunch. Now, I know not everyone is a fan of fish. That's okay. You can also get omega-3s from plant sources. The best ones are flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. These contain a type of omega-3 called ALA, which your body then has to convert into the more potent forms EPA and DHA that are found in fish. The conversion isn't super efficient, so you need to be consistent, but every little bit helps. Try adding a tablespoon of ground flaxseed to your morning oatmeal or smoothie. Sprinkle some chia seeds on your yogurt. Grab a handful of walnuts for a snack instead of chips. These small habits add up to a big anti-inflammatory punch over time. It's about shifting the balance back in your favor, giving your body more of the firefighters and less of the fuel for the fire. I hope you're seeing how these pieces are starting to connect. If you're finding this information helpful so far, please take a second to give this video a thumbs up. It's a small thing for you, but it really helps our channel reach and help other people who might be struggling with these same issues. And if you haven't yet, now's a great time to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Okay, so we've cleared out the inflammatory junk and we've brought in the omega-3 firefighters. What's next? The third pillar of our anti-inflammatory lifestyle is perhaps the most beautiful and delicious of all. We need to eat a symphony of colorful plants. I want you to think of your grocery cart as an artist's palette. We're not just looking for greens. We are looking for deep reds, bright oranges, vibrant yellows, and rich purples and blues. Why? Because those colors are not just there to look pretty. They are signals of the presence of powerful medicinal compounds called polyphenols. Polyphenols are a huge family of antioxidants found in plants, and they are one of Mother Nature's greatest gifts to our health. Let's go back to our inflammation analogy. We have the fire and we have the firefighters. But what about all the smoke and damage left behind? In our bodies, this damage is caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. They are a natural byproduct of our metabolism, but their production is supercharged by things like pollution stress and eating processed foods. These free radicals bounce around inside our cells like tiny wrecking balls, damaging our DNA, our proteins, and our cell membranes. This process is called oxidative stress, and it is a major driver of aging and chronic disease. Polyphenols are the heroes that stop this damage. They are antioxidants, which means they can safely neutralize free radicals, turning them from wrecking balls into harmless substances. Each color in a plant represents a different family of these protective polyphenols, and each has its own unique superpowers. Let's go on a tour of the rainbow. Think about the deep blue and purple in blueberries, blackberries, and even purple cabbage. That color comes from compounds called anthocyanins. Studies have shown these are incredible for brain health, helping to protect your memory and cognitive function as you age. They also help keep your blood vessels healthy and flexible. Now let's look at the color red. The beautiful red of a ripe tomato or a slice of watermelon comes from lycopene. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant that is particularly protective of the prostate and the heart. The rich green of spinach, kale, and broccoli is packed with compounds like lutein and sulforaphane. These are fantastic for eye health, protecting against macular degeneration, and they also help our liver's natural detoxification processes. The bright orange and yellow in carrot, sweet potatoes, and bell peppers signals the presence of carotenoids like beta-carotene, which our body converts to vitamin A. These are crucial for a healthy immune system and vision. And we can't forget one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory plants on the planet, turmeric. That brilliant golden yellow color comes from curcumin, a polyphenol so powerful that its anti-inflammatory effects have been compared to those of some pharmaceutical drugs, but again without the negative side effects. A little turmeric in your cooking, maybe in a scramble or a soup, can go a long way. The goal here is simple: eat the rainbow. Don't just eat the same 2 or 3 vegetables every day. Try to get as many different colors onto your plate as you can over the course of the week. You don't need to eat huge quantities. A handful of berries in the morning, a side salad with dark leafy greens at lunch, some steamed broccoli and roasted sweet potato with your dinner. Every time you add a splash of color, you are arming your body with a diverse team of defenders, each with a special skill for protecting you from damage and calming inflammation. This is not about dieting, it's about abundance. It's about adding in more of the good stuff, which naturally leaves less room for the bad. We've now covered the 3 pillars of what to eat and what to avoid. But the fourth and final pillar of the anti-inflammatory lifestyle doesn't come on a plate at all. It comes from within. We have to talk about managing stress. This might be the most overlooked yet most critical piece of the puzzle. You can have the most perfect anti-inflammatory diet in the world, but if you are living in a state of chronic stress, anxiety, and worry, you are constantly pouring gasoline on that inflammatory fire. The mind and the body are not separate. They are in constant communication. When you feel mentally or emotionally threatened, whether it's from a real danger or just from worrying about your health, your finances, or your family, your body goes into fight or flight mode. It releases a cascade of stress hormones, most notably cortisol. In the short term, cortisol is a lifesaver. It gives you a burst of energy and sharpens your focus to deal with an immediate threat. It even temporarily suppresses inflammation. But here's the problem. Our modern lives are filled with chronic, low-level stressors. The 24-hour news cycle, financial pressures, feeling isolated or lonely, health worries. For many of us, the stress response never turns off. The cortisol faucet is always dripping. And when your body is exposed to high levels of cortisol, day in and day out, something dangerous happens. Your cells start to become resistant to its signal. And because one of cortisol's jobs is to turn off inflammation, when your body stops listening to it, your immune system goes haywire. Inflammation runs rampant unchecked. Chronic stress directly contributes to high blood pressure. It makes your heart beat faster and your blood vessels constrict. It can wreak havoc on your blood sugar, as cortisol tells your liver to dump more sugar into the bloodstream for energy you're not actually using. It can make you crave those very processed, sugary comfort foods that we just talked about, creating a vicious cycle. So how do we break this cycle? Telling someone who is stressed to just relax is probably the most unhelpful advice ever given. Instead, we need practical, simple tools that we can use every day to signal to our nervous system that we are safe. One of the most powerful tools is your own breath. When you are stressed, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. By consciously slowing it down, you can hack into your nervous system and turn on the rest and digest response. There's a simple technique called box breathing. You can do it anywhere, anytime. You simply inhale slowly for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, exhale slowly for a count of 4, and then hold the exhale for a count of 4. That's one cycle. Do this for just 2 or 3 minutes and you can physically lower your heart rate and your blood pressure. Another tool is gentle movement. This isn't about running a marathon. It's about moving your body in a way that feels good. A simple walk in nature, if you are able, is one of the best anti-stress medicines there is. The combination of light physical activity and being outdoors has a profound calming effect. Gentle stretching, tai chi, or yoga are also wonderful. They combine movement, breathing, and mindfulness, hitting all the right notes to soothe a stressed-out system. And finally, we cannot underestimate the power of connection. Loneliness is a major source of chronic stress and has been shown to be a significant risk factor for heart disease. Making time to connect with people you care about, a phone call, with a friend, A visit with a grandchild, joining a local club, or a volunteer group is not an indulgence. It is a biological necessity. It helps to produce hormones like oxytocin, which directly counteracts the effects of cortisol and promotes feelings of well-being and safety. Managing stress is not about creating a life free of problems. That's impossible. It's about building a toolbox of practices that help you navigate life's challenges with more resilience and less physiological wear and tear. It's about giving your body and your mind a chance to rest, repair, and recover from the demands of the day. So let's quickly bring it all together. This isn't four different diets or plans, it's one unified approach. By eliminating the inflammatory processed foods and sugars, you take away the fuel for the fire. By flooding your body with omega-3s and a rainbow of plant polyphenols, you bring in the firefighters and the repair crews. And by managing your stress, you turn off the alarm that was keeping the whole inflammatory process on high alert. You can see how they all work together, creating a powerful synergy that tackles heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure at their very root. It might feel like a lot to take in, but remember, growing older doesn't mean giving up. It means using smarter strategies. You don't have to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. Pick one thing, just one. Maybe this week you'll focus on swapping your soda for water. Or maybe you'll try to have salmon for dinner one night. Or maybe you'll just commit to 5 minutes of quiet, deep breathing each morning. Every small step you take is a victory. Every healthy choice is an act of self-respect. It's a declaration that you are worth the effort. I know that life can be hard, and when you're dealing with pain or a scary diagnosis, it can feel hopeless. The fatigue, the fear of losing your mobility, the anxiety about the future, it's real and it's heavy. But please hear me when I say this, you are not helpless, and it is never too late to make a change. Your body has an incredible innate capacity to heal itself. All we have to do is stop putting in the things that hurt it and start giving it the things that help it. One meal, one walk, one deep breath at a time, you are taking back control. You are building a stronger, more resilient future for yourself. Now, I would be so grateful to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me which of these four pillars surprised you the most, or which one do you feel you could start working on first. Sharing your thoughts and experiences helps us all learn from each other. Your story matters, and your plan might just be the inspiration someone else needs to see today. If this video has helped you or opened your eyes in any way, please do me the favor of hitting that like button. It truly means the world, and it helps get this important information out to more people who need to hear it. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and click the little bell so you never miss our future videos. Your health and your independence are worth fighting for, and we want to be here to support you on that journey. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Keep taking those small, powerful steps for your health. They add up to giant strides in your freedom. Stay strong and be well.